Every day, we work harder, move faster, and expect more from our money. We live in an on-demand world, a place where entire industries have been reshaped by the power of instant access. We can summon a ride, order a meal, or stream a universe of entertainment with a simple tap. Our expectations for speed, efficiency, and control have fundamentally shifted. We demand immediacy in every facet of our lives, from communication to commerce. This relentless pace of innovation has delivered incredible convenience, transforming our daily routines and empowering us with unprecedented choice. We've grown accustomed to systems that are smart, intuitive, and built around our needs. Yet, amidst this technological renaissance, a critical part of our lives remains stubbornly stuck in the past, and at Zebec, they see why. Zebec believes money should move as freely as everything else, but the way we get paid, it's a relic of a bygone era. For most of us, our earnings are held captive, locked away until a designated payday. We work every second, every minute, every hour, but we only see the fruits of our labor in rigid, infrequent intervals. This is the bi-weekly or monthly pay cycle, a system designed for an analog age of paper checks and manual accounting. It creates an artificial delay, a forced waiting period between the value we create and the compensation we receive. This outdated model forces us into a cycle of financial anxiety, living from one paycheck to the next, our liquidity constrained by an arbitrary schedule. Zebec calls this delay out and builds for the instant economy. The way we spend is a landscape of hidden costs and frustrating delays. We tap our cards and our phones, believing the transaction is instant. But behind the scenes, a complex and slow-moving apparatus grinds into motion. Payments take days to clear, floating in a financial limbo between merchant and bank. We're charged exorbitant fees for the simple act of moving our own money, especially across borders. International transfers can feel like sending a message in a bottle, with high costs, opaque exchange rates, and uncertain arrival times. We've accepted these inefficiencies as the cost of doing business, but why should we? Zebec asks the same question and answers with real-time settlement. The way we manage our finances is fragmented and unnecessarily complex. We juggle multiple apps, accounts, and platforms. A banking app for checking, a different one for savings, a third for investments, and yet another for crypto. Each operates in its own silo, with its own rules, fees, and limitations. This fragmentation makes it nearly impossible to get a clear, real-time picture of our financial health. We spend more time managing the tools than managing our money. We're bogged down by slow transfers between our own accounts, waiting days for our funds to become available where we need them. Zebec brings finance into one flow, built for now. It hasn't caught up. The financial system we rely on was built for a world that no longer exists. It's a system of artificial delays, unnecessary intermediaries, and frustrating limitations. It's a system that works on its own schedule, not yours. In a world that moves at the speed of light, our money is still traveling by horse and carriage. Zebec exists to replace the carriage with real-time rails. This fundamental disconnect creates friction, anxiety, and missed opportunities. It's time for a system built for the digital age, a system that is as fast, fluid, and dynamic as the world we live in today. That's the promise of Zebec. Think about the last time you finished a major project, that feeling of accomplishment, the final email sent, the job done. You've delivered the value, you've held up your end of the bargain. But then, the wait begins. You send an invoice, and it enters a financial black hole, governed by archaic terms like net 30 or net 60. For freelancers, gig workers, and small business owners, this isn't just an inconvenience. It's a constant source of anxiety. Days turn into weeks. You check your bank account, hoping to see the deposit, but it's empty. Meanwhile, the real world doesn't wait. Rent is due, suppliers need to be paid, groceries need to be bought. Your money, the money you earned, is trapped in a pipeline built for a bygone era. It creates a painful disconnect between your hard work and your ability to live your life, forcing you to budget not with the money you have, but with the money you hope will arrive eventually. This isn't just slow. It's a system that fundamentally disrespects your time and your effort. And when the money finally does arrive, it's rarely the full amount. A wire transfer fee here, a processing charge there. The system takes its cut before you even see a dime. Then, the moment you try to use your own funds, the fees multiply. Need cash? That'll be a fee. especially if you're not near your bank's specific ATM. Sending money to family abroad or paying an international contractor? Prepare for exorbitant currency conversion rates and transfer fees that can shave off a significant percentage. It feels like a tax on your own life, a penalty for accessing what is rightfully yours. These aren't just small charges, they are a constant parasitic drain on your wealth, accumulating over time into hundreds, even thousands of dollars a year. It's a system designed not for your convenience, but for the institution's profit, chipping away at your financial freedom, one transaction at a time. To manage this broken system, we've been forced to patch together a digital life from dozens of disconnected apps. One app for your traditional bank account, another for investments, a third for crypto, a fourth for sending money to friends. Each with its own login, its own interface, and its own set of rules. They exist in their own walled gardens, refusing to communicate. Moving your assets from one platform to another requires a frustrating sequence of manual transfers, each step introducing delays, potential for error, and, of course, more fees. This digital fragmentation creates friction where there should be flow. It wastes your time and mental energy, forcing you to be the overworked, unpaid integration manager for your own financial life. The root of the problem is simple. Traditional finance was built for a slower, analog world. It was designed around physical branches, paper checks, and 9-to-5 business hours. Its infrastructure was revolutionary a century ago, but today, it's a relic. It operates on batch processing, settling transactions in groups, only a few times a day. That's why your paycheck takes 2 days to clear. That's why a wire transfer can feel like sending a message in a bottle. But today, we live in a real-time, on-demand world. We can stream a movie from the other side of the planet instantly. We can communicate with anyone, anywhere, in a fraction of a second. Our digital lives move at the speed of light. In this new reality, speed isn't just a feature, it's the fundamental expectation. The world of value, however, has been left behind, shackled to an outdated model. The gap between how we live and how we transact has become a chasm. It's time for our financial systems to catch up. It's time for a system built for now. What if your money worked the moment you earned it? What if banking, cards, payroll, and crypto lived in one place? Introducing the new Zebec SuperApp, a reimagined experience for cards, staking, and streaming payroll, all in one seamless platform. Zebec fundamentally changes how you get paid. For decades, the concept of payroll has been stuck in the past, a rigid, bi-weekly or monthly cycle that dictates your access to the money you've already earned. This outdated system creates a constant state of waiting, a gap between the work you do and the reward you receive. It forces individuals and businesses into a reactive financial posture, living paycheck to paycheck, unable to respond nimbly to immediate needs or opportunities. The traditional payday is a bottleneck, a relic of an analog era that no longer serves the dynamic, on-demand nature of modern work. No more waiting for payday. No more watching bills pile up while your own money is held just out of reach. The stress of timing your expenses, the anxiety of an unexpected car repair, or medical bill appearing days before your check clears. These are symptoms of a broken system. Why should your financial liquidity be dictated by an arbitrary date on a calendar? Why should you have to resort to high-interest credit or predatory loans to bridge the gap, simply to access the value you have already created? It's your money. You earned it. You should have it. With streaming payroll, your earnings flow to you continuously. This isn't an advance or a loan. It's a direct, real-time transfer of your earned wages. Think of it as a financial aqueduct, a programmable stream of value that connects the work you perform directly to your wallet. As you work, every single second, a micropayment corresponding to your rate is calculated and settled. Whether you're a salaried employee, a gig worker, or a freelancer, your income is no longer a distant event. It's a present reality, accumulating in your account with each passing moment. It's instant. There is no batch processing, no multi-day clearing period. The moment value is streamed, it is yours, fully settled and available to use, save, or invest. This immediacy transforms your relationship with money, empowering you with unprecedented liquidity and financial agility. It's transparent. Every microtransaction is recorded and verifiable. You can see exactly how much you're earning, down to the second, with a clear, immutable audit trail. For employers, this eliminates payroll disputes and builds trust. For employees, it provides absolute clarity and peace of mind. And it puts you in control. With Zebec, you're not just a passive recipient of funds. You are the active manager of your cash flow. Pause or cancel streams, redirect funds, and automate your financial life by splitting your incoming stream into different allocations. Send a percentage to savings, another to investments, and another to pay recurring bills, all automatically. This is more than just getting paid faster. It's about building a smarter, more responsive financial foundation, second by second. With Zebec cards, your money isn't locked away. Spend it instantly, online, in-store, anywhere cards are accepted. Crypto meets the real world without friction. Zebec isn't just about spending, it's about building. Stake your assets, put idle capital to work, and grow your value seamlessly inside the app. No more juggling platforms, no more switching accounts, cards, payroll, staking, payments. Zebec brings it all together in one powerful super app designed for how people actually live and work. Whether you're a freelancer, a startup team, or a global enterprise, Zebec scales with you. This is finance, built for the modern workforce. Finance is evolving, and Zebec is leading the shift toward instant value, real ownership, and a world where your money never waits on permission. If you believe the future of finance should be faster, smarter, and fairer, subscribe now. Stay ahead of what's coming next. The new Zebec SuperApp, a reimagined experience for cards, staking, and streaming payroll, coming soon.